Alright, what have I done? Well, that's PVC there. One and I think 1.5 inches diameter on the beginning. So there's a part missing there. What have I turned it into? This is what I've turned it into. Decided to try to make my own logs. Basically a Pleco cave, if you will. Get out here in the sunlight and see if we can get a little bit better of a picture of it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, it might be too bright out here. Yeah, it's too bright to see anything. But this is basically the before. Oh, spare tanks out in the garage. Well, we'll be using those soon. So, I don't know, what do y'all think? I have to dust that off. But anyway, inside was hard to get painted. But I don't know, I think I did an alright job with it. So anyway, this is the before. I think I did alright painting it. Just use acrylic paints and mostly brown, sienna, black base coat, a little bit of green, this and that. So I'll try to make it look weathered. But anyway, plasti dip. Basically, my understanding is it's a you can kind of see right there. It's just a gloss overcoat, and it's basically a plastic type spray. And my understanding is it should be waterproof because it basically comes on as a rubber, and should be waterproofed. I don't really know how well it's going to coat the inside though. That's probably going to be a pain. But I don't know, I want you to see the before, and it'll be a lot more glossy, I guess, when I get done with it. And I don't know, I had a lot of fun making it. One day I'll show y'all how I made it, and it does involve a Dremel toolkit. Well, there's the Dremel there. But this is where I make all my boxes. Y'all probably haven't seen this in a while. And yes, I have lots and lots of shipments go out. There's styrofoam for the insides. I got more boxes on the other side of the room. We'll go through a lot. Matter of fact, I need to order another 25 of those, I suppose. So anyway, that's the before, and let's see what happens after I coat it. I'm going to wait for this to probably dry for another day or so. So I'll film part 2 here in a while. Thanks. Alright, well, I finished some more logs up here. And these are kind of what I made. Little homemade Pleco caves, if you will. And I tried different stains and techniques. Like on here, I used a little bit more green, if you will. Maybe they're easier to see this way with more light. I don't know. Let me set them all up here. And that one's a little bit more burnt. Is it umber? Something like that. One of these had more of a black base to it. But anyway, I don't know what y'all think. I think they're kind of neat looking. Now I ordered a yeah, you can see a little bit, you know, more of the green there. I ordered a product from a sealant as seen on Tanked. I'm sure a lot of you fish keepers that watch that show, although they don't really educate too much as far as how to keep fish. But I made these out of PVC, just like in the last video, and I tried different, you know, techniques and trying to make them look like real wood. But I ordered something called PolyGem, or PolyGem. I'll have to look it up and pronounce it correctly, or PolyGem or something like that. It was extremely hard to find. I had to go through a bunch of people to finally find the company that sells it. It's the only company that markets anything on what I would call fish safe, you know, for your tanks, and that's obviously what you want, you know. So since Tank uses it, and the company I contacted, this stuff was very expensive, like $120 for like a gallon of it. But anyway, it's the same thing they told me zoos use, aquariums all around the world. So it's probably a lot safer than that spray stuff that I showed you, because I don't want anything coming off in the water. But otherwise, next video will show me, you know, putting that stuff in there. But I don't know. Stay tuned. All right, here we go, people. If you've ever wondered what Tanked, if y'all ever watched that TV program Tanked, what they seal all of their decorations in, it's called PolyGem, not gin with an N. And I talked to the representative. This is exactly what they use. 1618. It's a 2-part epoxy, 100% waterproof, 100% aquarium safe. This is what zoos use. This is what any, you know, Tanked uses, and any big time people. So these are going to be what I'll be sealing the wood with, and I'll have to do a separate video on that, because you got to mix 2 parts of one into 2 parts of the other. If you have to ask what the price on this stuff is, don't ask. Let's just say it's over $100. Well, a little bit over 100. Somewhere about the 120, 130 ballpark. So I don't know if I'll ever get around to actually making 1,000 of those decorations and maybe selling them. I don't know, you know. Again, learn from me. I may have wasted a lot of money. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this stuff yet, other than to coat, you know, the PVC tubes. I don't know. You know, at some point y'all can give me some suggestions, but I will do a small video on how to apply it from my understanding. But it's like anything else, you got to have Dixie cups, a nice drop cloth, any paintbrush or sponges that you use or rollers, you know, are immediately ruined. That type of thing. If you drip it on the floor, you'll never get it off. You know, yada yada yada. You know, maybe I can get around to trying to figure out other things to coat it with. Who knows? Anytime I buy something, I'm always hoping to return some investment on it. But PolyGem, look it up, but there's not a lot of information on it. You know, it's a 1618. Again, this is a sealer. Now, they make epoxies that you can actually roll out and make your own tree trunks and this and that, but keep in mind, this stuff is not cheap. And when they're saying, you know, these are only 1.5 gallons, well, one of these buckets is only half full, because it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So you're not technically getting 1.5 gallons. You're basically, or 3 gallons total. You're getting, what, 2 gallons. So, alright, I'm jumping off here. Well, here's the finished product of all the wood that was sealed. And now it's completely waterproof, leach-proof, everything. You can see all the grain and fine detail. Now the one thing is, this has to cure for about, look at that, I think I did a pretty good job. This has got to cure for about 5 days before I can put it in the aquariums. And you notice that these are pretty glossy. Not a big deal, because as soon as you put them in the water, the gloss will disappear. But I think I did a pretty good job on them. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. And this is from a product that's used on Tanked. I contacted the manufacturer, and it was expensive, but I got it. So all the details are going to be below, and that's it. That's the end of this series. Oh, by the way, if I get enough responses on here and people want to know how I did all this step by step and made everything, I'll be more than happy to share it with you later.